Alrighty. Um, month one of Road to Profitability is complete. Well, January is complete. I don't know exactly when I started recording, but January is over, and unfortunate month to say the least. Definitely not normal for me, but also could have done way better. Like these last 2-3 days have been a little rough on the psychology, and we will get into that. But I just wanted to start off by going over I just wanted to go start off by going over, did we hit our goals? So going into January was to improve the good day rate, follow pictures, and have more patience, or follow the rules and have more patience looking for the bigger picture going into market open. Okay, so those are the three main goals for a trading day and for the month, as opposed to this day, or as opposed to December. Looks like we had significantly more good days. So immediately, what do I want to look at? I want to this is annoying. I want to look at our good day rate. So good day rate was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 out of 13. Pretty solid. Which is about, where's my calculator? So 10 out of 13. We've improved our good day rate from 54% to 77%. I did that backwards. Holy smokes. There we go. Yeah. So there we go, 77%. This is a big, big W for me. That means we have, honestly, crushed our goals. Yes, we have. So we have crushed our goals this month in terms of improving the good day rate. And then as far as this goes, I mean, we'll go to December summary here. So I'm just kind of breaking down the journaling and doing a monthly review live here. So bear with me if I'm kind of jumping around, and then I'll explain it a little bit more. Or this is not December summary either. This is January summary. It's been a long week. So January summary. Can we get this out of here? Yes, this is the goal, is to be profitable by spring 2026. That's right. So we're going to do the same thing as we did with December. We're going to do P&L, win rate, average, RR. So, listen, man. We'll do that. And then we'll do this. Cool. And then this can go centered. And then all of this can move over one. This can also move over one. Oops. Cool. Okay, so January summary, our P&L. This is real easy. And before we actually get into this, I'm sure you're looking at January 30th. We got torn apart. We risked lots, and our risk to reward ratio was 2. This morning we had a little bit of a mental lapse, and I'm going to talk deeper on this. But essentially, with all this stress that I had this week, I had 2 midterms, and that packed on a lot of stress. I had 3 assignments and 2 midterms due this week, or 2 due this week, and that's a lot of external stress when it comes to trading. Now, it's not like I'm waking up and thinking about, oh, I have midterms and assignments due. No, when I'm on the charts, I'm thinking about the charts. But that mental capacity is being taken up by excess stress. And that's my failure to recognize that. On top of that, this week we had FOMC for news, which already means the markets are going to be a little bit less predictable. So ultimately, I should not have traded this week. And that's a realization I had after this morning. And after my first midterm, I was doubled down on the work because I had another midterm right away, like the next day, and then 2 assignments due yesterday. So what that meant for me is just I should have been prioritizing other things, especially because this week was FOMC week, right? And the other thing too is you're better off. I mean, a break-even day or a no-trade day is better than a loss. So if I took the week off from trading and only back tested, that would have rendered me maybe almost profitable this month. To be honest with you, almost profitable this month. And yeah, like I should have taken the week off, and that's something I really realized because I was coming onto these markets focused on the markets, but preemptively frustrated. I noticed I was picking up, I'd get out of bed in the morning, shower, I'd get on the charts, and I'd just be angry. Like, not like angry, but like just generally frustrated with price action this month, and getting in my head about price action ultimately led to my destruction this month. So realizing that, I know that moving forward, if I have midterms that week, if it's a major news week, if things aren't lining up for me, there's no point in forcing it. I may as well take that week off. And that comes with thinking like a profitable trader. Part of the psychology game with this is to be profitable, you got to think you're profitable. And don't get me wrong, like I'm not convinced that I'm making a ton of money, and I'm not convinced that I'm like fully profitable yet. Mind you, we have been consistently coming out green, and I am comfortable blaming most of this month on price action. I saw a lot of big traders having bad months, including TJR, and just with my experience, which isn't a ton, but it is enough to know that this was kind of a bad month for price action. And so it was really only towards the end of the month when some stress stacked up and I was getting in my head about my profitability and about trading, and I was having a lot of doubts flood into my head while I was on the charts. And yeah, man, like that's not thinking like profitable trader, right? It's not thinking like a profitable trader at all. So just remembering that and like anticipating that. I knew last week that I had midterms coming up, that I had assignments due this week, and that should have been a decision made the week before. You know what? I'm probably going to be really stressed out. And if I wasn't, then cool, you can hop on. But still, there's FOMC this week. I'm going to be stressed out. I should probably take this week off, prioritize sleep, prioritize my schoolwork. And then once this stress passes over, I can get back to it. And I likely would have back tested every day. But yeah, that's just coming out of this month. One of the big goals is going to be thinking like a profitable trader. So that being said, let's track our P&L, right? So we're going to go equal sum of from here to here. There you go. Win rate, not very high this month. 3 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, or 13. Holy smokes. We know it's 13. 3 out of 13. Actually. And then we will make this a format. 23% win rate, average RR we're going to go equals average of this and no, this, and then what the hell? Dude, I hate dealing with this sometimes. Man. Am I not doing this right? Oh. Average RR was 1.95. So that's pretty, I mean, that's pretty solid. I'm happy with that. Okay. So this was in the red. This is also real bad. This is good. Ding. So I just like to format this because it's aesthetically pleasing when I get to look at this. Okay. So here we are. We've got our P&L, win rate, average risk reward ratio. We have a good day rate. So let's take a big look at this. Improve good day rate. We certainly did so from 54% to 77%. Really nice. I'm happy with that. Win rate in the hole because, well, most of it because of price action. That's okay, right? I mean, this is part of the game. I'm not upset about the P&L in particular. I'm upset about these last 4 days because I came into the markets preemptively frustrated and was getting in my head about trading a lot. And so as we go forward, actually, we don't need this. This can go over here. And honestly, man, like, sorry, I'm just formatting as we go. But honestly, it's not the end of the world. It's not. And I really was in my head this week, and it hurt. It hurt me psychologically and emotionally, to be honest. I was having a lot of doubts as I was really thinking about, is this for me? What am I doing wrong? All of these things coming into my head and driving me away. But I had some motivational reels on my feed, and I did some serious thinking, and I honestly, I prayed about it. I prayed to God about I'm having doubts, and I asked Him to lift me up because I needed it. And immediately after, I started thinking about it, and this is what I'm going to do. And it just the same mentality as my green months, right? Just treat it like a green month, or trick myself into thinking that it was a good month, whatever. The mentality doesn't change. I'm willing to do this for as long as it takes. This is what I want. This is what I want. I want this. Right? And I'm not going to get into why. I don't feel like I need to share why yet. but this is what I want to do. And months like this happen. And no, we're not profitable yet, but that doesn't stop me from learning and having confidence in the markets. That doesn't stop me from trying. That doesn't stop me from trying. You can't quit. I refuse to quit. I'll never quit. Unless God presents an opportunity that isn't trading to me, that tells me that this is not for me. This is for me. Right? And so when we're thinking about, this sucks. It sucks. It sucks feeling like you're not good enough. I mean, and realistically, like, this doesn't mean anything. It's fake money. I'm just practicing. I'm trying to be better, right? That's not how I operate. I put a lot of pressure on myself. I know that. I think it's a good thing. There's nothing anybody can ever tell me that will change the amount of pressure I put on myself. But when bad habits start creeping in, when stuff like that happens, it's just a big gut punch, honestly. And it sucks. It totally sucks. But it, again, doesn't stop me, right? And the best thing we can do is just learn from this, which I've done some thinking, and I have, right? So let's go ahead and let's set up the February graph here. Yeah, dude. Sorry, I'm really thinking about this deeply. This is something I signed up for this. That's another thing. Right, one thing that really keeps me going is it's such a blessing to struggle with something of your own choosing. I chose the hard path, the long road. And when I started doubting myself throughout these days and whatever mental state I was in, it's a healthy reminder, like, I could very easily just pay $50 for a Discord and copy trade and be profitable and learn a new strategy in doing so. But I know that that's not sustainable. I want to learn this for me. I want to be good at trading. I don't want to make money because somebody else is making money. I don't want to be like fake like that. Like, this is something that I want to do for myself because of my personal reasons that are driving me to do this. I want to learn how to day trade consistently, making money off of my own knowledge, not somebody else's. Again, it's a couple YouTube videos and $50 for a Discord away, but it's not sustainable and it does not fit my ethics. So this is what I'm going to do. Anyways, let's. Sorry, this sucks. February goals. Maintain good day rate. This is my goal for February. To maintain the good day rate. Next goal. Something that will help me maintain the good day rate. Convince / think I am profitable. Those are the two goals going into February. That's it. Fuck off. Okay. Those are the only two that I can really think of. This thinking and being convinced I was profitable was my downfall. Or not thinking that way was my downfall this month. If I had called it here, I would have been profitable on the month. Or at least break even. Or very close to. Regardless, I would have been happy with my month's performance. But I disregarded the excess stress and it crushed our month. So some keys that I'm going to add for myself. Which is something new that we're doing. I'm going to add keys here. Anticipate stressful days / weeks. That's one of the keys right here. And the other key is to engage with price action. I feel good about that. I'm going to label that a darker green. February goals: maintain good day rate, convince / think I am profitable. I'm going to say just be convinced. Be convinced / think I am profitable. That's the way we're going to do that. And so the keys are anticipate stressful days and weeks. We've covered this already. And engaging with price action. What does that mean? Part of, if you read these summaries, rushing and FOMO, right? Lack of patience. Instead of being more patient and waiting for manipulation, right? I rushed into shorts. Engaging with price action means, to me, aside from marking out your highs and lows and discovering your bias, right? I think my bias is I should start adding a bias section. Is my bias correct? Just so I can document that a little bit. But I honestly, I know just from thinking about it, my bias is correct. A high percentage of the time. Meaning the draws I expect to be taken out are taken out at some point in the day. Without major movement to the other side. Right? So the main move of price action is consistently Not 100% of the time, but I'm going to go ahead and say close to my good day rate percent of the time correct. So with that being said, like engaging with price action is just like expecting that manipulation phase, right? Knowing, okay, my bias is most likely correct just based off of my market experience, and thinking back into my trading days, my bias has been correct a high percentage of the time. My high time frame bias has been correct a high percentage of the time. And so that would mean, okay, I'm going to mark out my highs and lows, I'm going to find my bias, and then I would almost just expect manipulation to the opposite direction prior to my bias being filled. That's something I can expect and engage with price action in expecting that. Or noticing, what if price rips in the direction of my bias? What are some confluences I'm looking for that continuation trade? Or if the draws that I expected to be taken out, if my bias ends up wrong, what are the reversal confluences that I'm waiting for? And I just thought of one last key. We don't care about wicks. Meaning, for entries, I would just like to, let's go into the charts for this one. Oops. Is that the same color? Oh, it is. What does this mean? We don't care about wicks for entries. Let's go into the charts for this one. Particularly, here's a great example. I know I'm on the hourly time frame, but this is a great example because this happens on almost every time frame. We will get a great wick out of a fair value gap or off of a liquidity sweep. Where might we see this? This right here. This wick right here. We seen this? This one right here. This candle that my cursor's on right now. Major wick to the upside. What happens? Price just turns the F around. Dumps. Right? Look at how minimal top wick is here. It didn't even move up. It went straight down. This is what I mean by we don't care about wicks, right? Wicks are a visual representation of where price was and is not anymore. We can see here on the hourly, with this example and this example, we get this crazy bottom wick, which means price was there and it's not there anymore. This is an indication of like rejection of that area. Right? But like on my bad days, I am entering off of wicks that I like to see, but it actually doesn't matter. Another example right here. This ridiculous bottom wick. We would, following this bottom wick, one would expect an inversion of this for value gap and some bullish price action. What happens? Small move up with a top wick, and then we turn around. Same thing in this for value gap. We get this big bottom wick. I'm expecting, price went in there and it rejected out of there, which means we're probably moving up. Wrong. We don't care about wicks for entries. We only care about closures, candle closures. Here is a valid shorts entry if it were on the 1 minute, right? And if price went further down, right? But like, even right here, high time frame liquidity sweep, price continues to move lower. Okay, now I think it's gonna move up. Whatever. I don't know. I'm bullshitting. The point is, we don't care about wicks on entries. We only care about candle closures. So that's key number 3. Is so often I'll pay attention, I'll see a wick that I like, and be like, oh, I'm scared price is gonna rip without me. Enter. So many times it just turns around, chases I call it wick chasing, right? Because we get this big bottom wick and price chases that bottom wick before moving up, like actually moving up again. And what do you know? It doesn't even get much higher than this, right? So many times I'll enter off of a wick like that, and I'll be like, yeah, that looks really good. But I'm not getting enough confluences to actually enter. Part of my strategy is if I'm filling a fair value gap, I need to see a reaction out of that fair value gap in the direction of the trade. Whether that's a full inverse or a clear bullish reaction out of this fair value gap. Or if I were to take shorts off of this, I would wait for the full inverse. Okay. And then, oh, look at this. We create another fair value gap. Look, we don't care about top wicks, and we just want a bearish movement out of this fair value gap. We get a nice top wick. It's a bearish movement. Is it out of the fair value gap? No. This would be our entry right here, because it's a bearish movement out. So just like really refining my entry, I think could help eliminate some of these bad days and just improve the process overall. So that's it. Okay. Another longer, quieter, or I don't know. Maybe this one's a little bit more boring to watch, but this one's really personal to me. This video, there's a lot of personal stuff in here, and honestly, the goal is just to document this, hold myself accountable, and hopefully help anybody who's feeling alone on the journey. And we're all here for it. And if you're experiencing some of the same emotions I am, I get doubtful sometimes. I start to pity myself sometimes. I want to quit sometimes. How much easier would it be just to quit? It was all a dream. Live a normal life. No, that's not what I'm after. Right? You pick the hard life and you love the hard life. At least I do. I love it. I love that it's hard. Right? It's different. And I can prove to myself that I am different. And I can prove to myself that I am good enough for me. And that's a very personal motivator, is not feeling good enough for me. And so I'll never quit. And if you're experiencing the same thing, I really pray you never quit. Don't give up. But that's it. February goals. I'm going to take this weekend to chill and I'm actually going to investigate another strategy. I used TGR strategy. I learned everything I know from TGR, but I have the terminology and the skill set and the knowledge to take on some more information. I just want another perspective. I'm going to start watching some PB Blake and PB Patty and see if any of their models make more sense to me. And after taking some notes and learning their strategy, I'm going to backtest it, and I'll throw up a backtesting video, backtesting a new strategy. And if it makes sense and it's popping up and it seems consistent enough for me, I'm going to give it a go for sure. But I'm also not going to forget about what I know already. So I'm going to take this weekend and I'm going to take this weekend and maybe Monday to chill and learn a new strategy and just to backtest and remind myself I am profitable. I am capable of making enough money on these markets. I know this. I know this about me. I'm not going to quit. I will not give up. This is my heart and soul. This is my pride and joy. I love this, and this is what I want to do for my career, for the rest of my life. or for as long as I can, this is what we're going to do, is day trade. And I don't care how long it takes. I really don't. God has put this journey on my heart, on my mind, in front of me, an open opportunity, and I'm going to take it because I feel passionate about this. And that sounds a lot like a positive personal affirmation, but it's true. I am passionate about this stuff. I really like this stuff, and I wholeheartedly believe that the Almighty God has placed this opportunity in front of me for a reason. I know it's going to be hard. I know it's going to be long. I know I know these things, right? And I just haven't experienced them yet. And so when I get into these mind frames that cause me to have bad days, it's just about recognizing that and taking the day. Because again, a break-even day or no trade day is better than a loss. So I'm gonna leave that there. Thank you guys for sticking around, and thanks for just sticking around. Leave a like, or if anything you want to see differently, or anything I could be doing differently. If you want to say hello, comment. Please just leave that in the comments. Follow me on Instagram. I'm super active on the stories, not so much the posts. I'm thinking I'll make eventually just like a January recap post. But I'm super active on the stories with YouTube videos and info. So follow me on Instagram. That is in the description. Yeah, man. Time to buckle down. Time to really lock in. I got nothing else to say. This just makes me more excited at the end of the day, right? It sucks to go through this stuff. It sucks to have those doubts, but at the end of the day, I chose this, and so I choose to love it also. Thank you guys for sticking around. God bless.